All right, welcome to Packmates. This today we're going to be going over the green cards in Brothers War, and I'm Roby.
I'm Andrew, the mid-range expert.
And I'm Ryan, the aggro expert.
And we're the Packmates.
We are the Packmates.
Gosh, you guys just need to speed it up.
Mates.
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
All right, so I'll start off with our first green comment. Argothian Opportunist, which is 2 and a green for a 3/2 human scout. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create a tapped Power Stone token. This is sick. I'm gonna play a lot of these. I give it like probably a light 7. Very light 7.
I'll give it a very solid 6. This card's really good. It's like a Wood Elves kind of thing, the way it just ramps you immediately. This is pretty good. It's going to be played.
Yeah, I think I'm at a 6 too. I feel like it'd be hard to take removal. This over removal.
Yeah, I like that. It's good ramp.
It's
gonna
good,
be
though.
stick ramp. Yeah.
All right, we have Argothian Sprite. 1 colorless, 1 green for a 2/2 creature fairy. Argothian Sprite can't be blocked by artifact creatures, and for 7 mana, you can put two +1/+1 counters on Argothian Sprite. This is quite good. It gives you something to do with your mana, and it just becomes a threat as the game goes on. I really like this card quite a bit. It's a 6.
I think I'm at 5 on it, and the only reason I'm not at a 4 is because of that can't be blocked by artifact creatures. I think that's going to be kind of relevant. I'm at a 5. I feel like this is not what I'm trying to do with my Power Stones, and if I end up having to do this, I'm probably going to lose. So I'm at a 5.
I'm at a 6 on it. I think it's fine. Like, it's just kind of like the worst payoff you could have that's still doable, right? Because you're gonna probably, like, if you ever have 7 mana laying around, nothing to do with it, which might happen in this set, so.
Yeah.
I'm at a 6.
That's not happening, but okay.
Oh, it's happening.
Next up, we have Blanchwood Prowler, colorless in a green for a creature elemental. That's a 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. You may put a land card from among the cards milled this way into your hand. If you don't, put a 1/1 counter on it. I think this is going to be pretty good. It's a 2/2 for 2, worst case, which is not the best, but a 1/1 for 2 that draws you land is very good. So I'm going to put it at a 6.
Yeah, I have this at like a 8. This is a bomb. This is so sick. I'm a huge fan of this. It's like what's the one that we had in Midnight Hunt that was a 2/3 for 3? That did
the mill one. Yeah,
yeah, that card was so good.
It had trample, and there was a lot more graveyard stuff.
It didn't have trample.
But what was good about that card was that it didn't have to be one of the 3 cards you milled.
Yeah,
that's true. But
yeah,
this card's sick. It only costs 2 mana.
Yeah, these mill cards are starting to grow on me. I've just been thinking back to some of our past episodes, and man, I might have come around on the white one and the blue one of this set. This one's pretty good too. I think those are probably the top 3 thus far that I've seen. It's a 6.
Should we look at some stats on it real quick or not?
That's gonna be good. Like half your deck was almost half
your
deck.
17.
Yeah,
17.
Yeah.
You got 10 lands left and 22 cards left. 83% to hit. Insane.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. All right, next up we have Burrowing Razor Maw, which is 2 and a green for a 4/2 beast. Triggers the 1 beast lord. Whenever it dies, mill 4 cards. This is straight butt cheeks. I hate this card. This card is terrible. This is like a 3 for me. I can't imagine you wanting to do this. And if you did want to do this, this is a pretty inefficient way to do it.
Yeah,
your opponent's just not going to kill it.
Definitely a 2 for me. I mean, they're just going to No, 2.
Really, you guys?
Yeah.
Like we
four
like
two.
3. We like 3 1s for 2. Why don't we like 4 2s for 3? This thing blocks everything up.
Trades
This
down
thing
so
trades
hard.
only, but like defensively, it's so good. And if you swing with it, I mean, you might have to support it a little. I think it's a 5. I think
Yeah.
it's solid. I
This
think
is
you guys
Wow.
are tripping.
Oh, that's high.
5.
Yeah.
So
It's-
5
You're
is
gonna
like
want to
making
mill
it-
4.
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah. And the black green knee creatures in my graveyard deck. Yeah.
So this guy's making your deck every time at a 5?
He's making my deck a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
When I'm in that, especially when I'm in that archetype.
Oof.
I mean, I think I'll put one of these in my deck if I like. This is going to be just as good as most 3-drops, if not better, if you're trying to go late game. This kills everything that block. Like this kills 4 or 5 drops when it blocks. And if you can clear up the ground and get 4 damage in, it's a beating. And I think milling cards is fine. Like it's fine to mill 4 cards. It's kind of like it's beneficial, right? Write it down. It's a 5.
Next we have Centennial Stalwart. One green for a 1/1 creature elf druid soldier. When you can tap this, tap an untapped artifact creature you control, artifact or creature you control, add 1 mana of any color. It's very good. I'm gonna play it 6.
6?
6.
Is that with the +1 for the soldier? It is a soldier. This is fine. I mean, this lets you use your power stones to cast cast like creature spells and stuff,
Mhm.
right? So that's good. But this, and you have to tap something else to add 1 mana. It's kind of rough, but it does give you any color. So I'm probably at a 5 with it.
I'm at a 6 on it. It's like a 5 with 1 soldier attacks. So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have it at a 6.
I don't
And
think
but
you're
my-
building a green soldier deck, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, but like you don't need to with this guy. You could just splash everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think tapping like a Power Stone token is gonna be sick.
I think tapping a creature too to like ramp up into
Yeah.
your big artifacts could be good too.
Like we've seen these before, right? Like there was one in Kaldheim.
But didn't you
like,
not have to
ended up-
tap that one?
You did have to tap that one.
You did have to tap that
Oh,
one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it also had reach, which was insane.
And it was a
But-
1/2, but yeah.
Yeah, it was better, but this is, I don't know, tapping an untapped artifact is pretty sick in this set. They might level out.
Yeah, this is gonna be good.
Next up, we have Epic Confrontation. This is a colorless and a green for a sorcery. Target creature you control gets +1/+2 until end of turn. It fights target creature you don't control. This is a nice little boost onto a fight spell. It is a sorcery, and for that reason, it's not quite premium removal to me for 2 mana fight sorcery. I think I have this at a 5. Honestly, I kind of don't like it.
I have it at like a 6.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Begrudgingly, it's close. It's almost closer to a 5, but we've just been so spoiled with instant speed fight spells. That was like never a thing. Like, yeah, we've just been too spoiled.
I like
For me
that
to
this
be
one gives your creature a fighting chance to win the fight.
Yeah, with the +2. That yeah.
So for the fighting chance, you get a 6 for me.
All right, you guys convinced me. I'll bump it up.
Yay!
Begrudgingly. Just with the sweet puns, that's enough.
Next up, we have Fog of War, 2 and a green for an instant. You gain 1 life for each creature on the battlefield. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by creatures with power 3 or less. It's not even a good fog. Like this is a 2. This is super mega mid. Like it's not even mid. It's like below that. It's
This
like
is so bad. What's a 1? Like I can't even want to side this in. Like it's almost a 0. But I mean,
there are some decks like
This is
you might.
yeah.
It might be correct to side this in sometimes.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
Either
nice.
in the
that
power 3 or less, or the one deck with the mana cost 3 or less, like this is gonna be okay, but
I mean, it's very
Backbreaking.
nice to gain the life, but you can't even prevent all. It's just 3 or less is prevented. Oh my gosh,
Yep. Sideboard card. It's
that's a
gross.
1-2-0.
yeah, you
all
should never do that.
unplayable. Whatever. Yeah.
Gaia's gift. It's a one colorless, one green for an instant. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains reach, trample, hexproof, and indestructible until the end of turn. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'll bump this up to a 6 for all the stuff that it does.
Yeah. I mean, I think this will be good. Do you guys think it'll be as good as Take Up the Shield?
Ye- uh, yeah.
Honestly, it might be better
Yeah.
just because
No, the lifelink was super real.
I think the trample makes it to where it might be just
Yeah.
as good.
I think the
Yeah.
trample is going to make it go. And then also, like, again, we're looking at a bunch of not a lot of combat tricks in this set. And so this one's going to be, and if you're looking for one good combat trick, this does everything.
Yep. If it has Gaia in the name, it's a good combat trick. That's what we learned.
That's true. That's facts.
That tracks.
I'll start at a 7. I'm not scared. I like it.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that.
Green
It's gonna
murder.
have a ridiculously high win rate for sure.
Next up, we have Giant's Growth. This is 1 green for an instant that gives +3/+3. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. That's gonna be solid. I think it's a 5. I think you'll want one in a lot of your green decks.
Yeah, I have to give it a 5 too because I gave the last one a 6, and it was better than this, quite a bit better.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a 5-2.
Next up, we have Gnarl Root Pallbearer, 4 double green for 5/5 Tree Folk Druid with Trample. Whenever it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. This is probably like a 4, 5-ish. You're probably gonna play it at some point. Probably a 5. It's a trap though.
Ugh, man. Yeah, this definitely feels like some sort of trap. It's a 5.
Yeah, I think it's worse, kind of. I don't think there's enough trample creatures to where that little bonus thing does anything. It just gets chumped, really.
Mhm.
So at that point, it's just a 5/5 trampler for 6.
Yeah.
And I think it's a 4.
Yeah. If you've got a lot of the 4/2s that mill 4 cards,
Yeah, you should be
might be
pumping this
kind
guy
of
up.
stupid.
Should I check? I'm gonna put that on the statistics thing real quick. How many trample commons and uncommons, just so I don't forget. Sorry. For next episode, next week.
Next, we have Hoarding Recluse, 3 colorless, 1 green for a creature spider that is a 2/3 reach death touch. When Hoarding Recluse dies, put up to 1 other target card from your graveyard on the bottom of its owner's
From-
library.
From a graveyard.
Yeah, from a graveyard, yes.
Yeah.
From a graveyard. This is good. Yeah, reach, death touch is normally pretty strong here. And then just a way to kind of recycle a card just for funsies. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll give it a 5. It's gonna make the deck.
Yeah, I'm with you on a 5. I think its ability is somewhat relevant. You know, you can get something back after you've been milling it. I think those kind of mill creature decks will want this just to help them get some stuff back sometimes. And then a 2/3, like a 3 toughness death touch guy, seems pretty good. If you can buff it at all, it's just gonna block everything forever. So seems
Yeah.
good.
I have it at like a 5. It's gonna be cute to like put people's unearthed creatures on the bottom of their deck, but it costs 1 too much mana, I think.
Yeah, I think that's why they tacked on death touch, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Next up, we have Perimeter Patrol. It's 2 colorless and a green for a creature human soldier. 3/3. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It's a 3-3 for 3. It can sometimes be a 4-3. I think it can be a 4-3 pretty easily. I'm gonna give it a 5. I think this is pretty playable.
I actually have it at 6. It's got a lot of stuff going for it. Like it's a soldier, it's already like a decent creature on its own. I think you actually want this card, so I think I would give it a 6.
I think it's fine. I mean, it's gonna probably make your deck most of the time, just for stats alone. So it's probably a 5.
Next up, we have Shoot Down. 3 and a green for a sorcery. Exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. I hate this. It's gonna be good in this set, begrudgingly, but like, it's so expensive. And it's sorcery speed. It's such a downgrade. I'd probably give this like a 5 though. Ultra begrudgingly.
I don't begrudge this. It's a solid 5. It's gonna make the deck most of the time. It's good.
I feel like I would maybe take one of these before my first fight spell. Is that wrong?
No, that's correct.
No.
This is way better than that.
Yeah, it is way better.
Didn't we rate that a 6?
Yeah, so
I don't know.
okay, I'll be consistent. I'll bump it up to a 6.
Yeah,
and
I think it's a 6.
I have to bump that down to a 5. Yeah.
I'm
You-
not
you-
gonna have the fight spell. I'll leave it as a 6. But
I think
6.
I would. I do think legitimately I would take my first copy of this before I took the fight spell. Like
Yeah.
if it's in the same pack.
I'd have to see what my creature count is, but it would like just first before even drafting, like any.
Like, you know you're in green, but you're like pick 4 or 5 in. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
these are pick 6 or 7, and so. Which
Yeah.
one are you taking first? Shoot down or fight spell?
These will wheel in week 1. Though.
I think these will
So,
wheel quite a bit more. A lot of people aren't going to be.
They're gonna wheel in week 1 until they just get blown out. Until people
Yeah.
start getting blown out by
It's
it.
going to be like in Kamigawa with Fade to Antiquity.
Dear listeners, green always wheels week 1 and 2. All green stuff wheels. No one wants to play
Tell
big
them that.
dummies.
I need to wheel those cards. All right, next we have Tualos' Tinkering. 3 colorless, 1 green for an instant. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target artifact, creature, or land you control. Untap that permanent. If it isn't a creature, it becomes a 0/0 creature in addition to its other types. Yeah, this is really strong. It's got to be at least base 6 at this point. It's probably a 7, honestly. Yeah.
Are you being serious? Am I punked right now?
No, I think it's so good. I think just the ambushing.
This is
out of nowhere.
terrible.
This is a 2.
It's a 2?
This is a very bad card. Yes.
I think this is good. It has instant on it.
It's just 2/1/1 counters for 4.
Would
Yeah,
you
but
play a
it can animate a permanent and untap it.
Oh man, I think it's bad. Like you wouldn't play a 2/2 flash for 4.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
You wouldn't
I'm
put 2/1/1 counters on for 4, and you wouldn't
I don't
play.
know. I played 3/3 flyers with flash for 2
Like-
4.
To put it in perspective, the last set there was that white card that was like 2+2/+2 to 2 creatures and untap both of them, and that card was cut a lot. Like it wasn't even that great. It was okay.
Oh, I thought it was pretty good. It led to more blowouts than a lot of cards that I saw in that set, though.
You're
Like,
way off on this.
You
one.
show it to them one time, and they've got the fear in them.
This
Yeah,
is
that's-
the goblin picker of this.
Oh yeah,
This is
Nah,
this-
Goblin Picker was playable.
I'll be
Yeah,
blowing.
this is not playable.
I'm gonna blow
with
back
you,
out
Ryan.
with this.
This is like a 2. This is like a 1, realistically.
A 1?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
it's
not
a
a playable
2.
card.
We,
All right.
we need to remember this. 'Cause
Remember
we're
this.
circling back. Tanos
Yeah,
is
you guys
tinkering.
put this as a 1. All right, I'll take them
Yeah,
all.
I
this
put it
card
as
is
a
not
2.
playable.
I'm gonna be animating my. Oh yeah, there's gonna be some mana rocks being animated or power stones.
Man.
Getting out
Yeah,
of
and then
nowhere.
they'll
Not
die
those-
because they're 2/2s.
Not those
Yeah,
scary
right?
4-mana
They're good.
2/2s.
Yeah,
Heavy
yeah.
lift in there.
That took a
Gosh.
relevant card, your mana rock, and made
Yeah.
it killable.
I think it's
like,
gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good.
or your
Alright.
2/2 lands.
We'll see. That's
Definitely
ridiculous.
six.
I for real thought you were joking when you said 7.
I
No.
did.
I'll stick to 7, but I feel like it's actually more of a 6. But I'll stick to 7. You guys are so off on it. I'll go up.
I think it's Ryan's turn.
Okay. Next we have Tamacool Honor Guard. This is a colorless and a green for a creature human soldier. It's a 3/1 with Ward 2. As a soldier, and I think it's good. If you have 4 mana laying around and you really want to put 2 counters on something, this could be a 5/3.
Yeah.
yeah.
With Ward.
I think this is solid. I don't think you're going to really go out of your way to play it, but I think you'll play him if you draft him. You kind of hope to get him late. It's a 5.
Yeah, this like unrealistically at like a 6. I love this card. I love everything about this. Even though it's like the most anti-Dirtle card ever.
This one's blocked so good. People
just putting the Ward 2 on a 3/1 is sick. Appreciate it. I just appreciate it.
I don't know.
It's just so much better than the turtle from last set. It costs 1 less. It's a soldier.
Dude, it's sick.
You guys were pretty high on the soldier last time too, or that turtle last time.
Wait, no, I just gave that terrible. Didn't I give that terrible?
I think we gave it like a 4, but we were just talking about all the buffs that you could put on it.
Oh yeah. Oh, the hexproof turtle. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Ward
anyways,
2
this is
turtle.
a 4. This is a 4. Done.
4? For
Good try,
okay.
all
You
right,
can
we'll
make
hold
it
that one
all
till-
the time.
You're tripping.
There's other things you could be doing.
Is it
Next
great
up-
2-drop?
is a sick 2-drop. Next up, we have Wasteful Harvest, which is 2 and a green for an instant. Mill 5 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the cards milled this way into your hand. So it's like a 3 mana draw 1.
But
So you're gonna look at 5. It's kind of like Impulse, but like more expensive. I'd probably put this at like a 5. Some decks are gonna want this.
I'm not gonna want it. It's probably a 3 to me. It's a lot of milling. 5 cards is
It's
a
like
lot.
it's like an Impulse.
5 cards is a lot to mill.
Yeah, but you gotta pick the best one and put it in your hand, right? Unless it's not
Unless it's a spell.
unless it's
Yeah.
not like a
permanent.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you're gonna
I
hit
like
with
that.
this every time.
Yeah.
At least
yeah,
you'll
of course.
win,
With
but-
5 mil, you're gonna hit every time, but it may not be the thing you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm not very high on this. I think it's like a 3.
That's a lot of mill. If you want to mill, this mills you,
That's
right?
like too much mill, though. Like it needs to calm down. That's too much mill.
All right, next we have Boulder Branch Golem, 7 colorless, for a 6/5, or you can prototype it for 3 colorless and a green. It becomes a 3/3, and then it has the text of when Boulder Branch Golem enters the battlefield, you gain life equal to its power. These guys are kind of. It's like a just better. I don't know. We see these kind of guys every set. This is kind of cool. I don't know. It's a 4.
Are you serious again?
I don't know, man. I'm never high on these kind of guys.
What if it was just a 3/3 for 3 that gained 3 life, or 3/3 for 4 that gained 3 life?
I don't even know if that would play that.
Really?
Eh.
I think your first copy of this is a 7. Like, I think you super want one of these in the green late decks. The gain in 6 life is a ton. 6 life is so much life to gain.
It is a lot, but we've seen
Yeah.
cards like these,
Yeah, and they're always
Yeah.
good, right?
most of
They're
the
always
time.
like
Although they
what
always
blue
cost
green
6
decks
though.
Yeah, but you can use Power Stones for this guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot Power Stones. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I
you
always-
forget about those? We don't
Yeah,
talk about them very
because
much.
I'm always going to have them to play every time.
When I'm playing this guy, yeah, that's true. But when I'm playing this guy, I probably have some Power Stones.
We
Or
need to
some
know
Ramp
how
of
many
some
cards
sort.
make Power Stones in this set.
Well, that's
We've
on
been talking
there.
about that all the time.
That's on the statistics to do
Okay, good.
list.
Yeah, I have this at 7.
Yep.
I
Thank
like
you.
it. It's flexible. It's super flexible.
It is.
Like sometimes you just need your 7-drop to be a 4-drop, and this
Yeah.
does it. So like you're gonna really actually want this in your decks. Yeah.
How often can you have one card in your deck that just beats aggro?
Yeah.
This
And you
is-
can
this-
like do it in any color too, right? Like
Well, I think you
less
need green
good.
for the 3/3.
It's
I
less
think you gotta
good.
really have the green to do that.
Yeah, you need the green for sure. But The 3/3 that gains 3 life on 4 is crippling to aggro decks, I feel like. But
I
I
can
don't know.
think of like really slow blue decks that might even play this, right? Just to gain 6 life in your blue deck, that's insane.
Yeah, 6 life's a ton.
Yeah, that's a shit ton. Yeah, I'm a
It's
fan.
good. Here he is. Rust Goliath. 10 mana. Artifact creature construct. 10/10. He has prototype for 3 and double green. And he's a 3/5. Reach, trample, 10/10 for 10. Or a 3/5. You know, spider with trample for 5. I like it. It's a build around card. 10 mana is not easy to do. You have to be committed to the Power Stone stuff. You have to be willing to cast this as a 3/5 sometimes when you need to. That kind of sucks. I really like it as your Power Stone payoff though. This is the one thing you want with your Power Stone, and you want a couple things to protect it at common anyway. This is your Power Stone payoff at common to me. So I give this a build around 7. I think in most decks it'll be bad if you don't have the ramp, but build around 7.
Yeah, I've got this at like 6. I love it though. I love it's the biggest common we've ever seen. We've never seen a 10 mana common before. It's insane. Yeah.
I got it at a 5. I mean, 10's a lot of mana. But I think even if it just has a 3/5 reach with trample is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the guys are all 3 toughness. Not a lot of 4s I see on those flyers thus far.
Like if they didn't give this trample, it wouldn't be playable.
This
of course not.
This common tangles with freaking Emrakul and Ulamog.
Is it Emrakul at 13/13?
I think it was like a
yeah.
But what was Ulamog? Wasn't he like an 8/8?
It's like 11.
No, Ulamog was 11/11.
Yeah.
He's close. He's so close, like baby.
You just need one giant growth to tangle with the Emrakul.
Yeah.
Common. He's a common.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty, next up we have we're to the uncommons now, and we have Alloy Animist. 1 green mana for a 1/1 human druid, and it's got an activated ability of 2 and a green. Until end of turn, target non-creature artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature. I like it. I'd probably give it like a 6. This is another decent Power Stone payoff.
I think this is just a good payoff in general. I think this is actually more of a 7. There's going to be so many like just junky kind of things you're going to have just out there that aren't even Power Stones that are probably going to come from the Relic Archive as well. Like some Elsilore
like your Bone Sauce.
Yeah, your Bone Saws, you know. I mean, it's so good. And you can do this like at instant speed as well. It's very strong. And it's just like a little beater. Yeah, it's good 7.
Yeah, a lot of times they say you can't do this on your opponent's turn, but this one you can.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. I didn't even think about
this guy's going to be nuts.
I think it's kind of an 8.
It probably is. I mean, that's a big-ass army.
The last one we saw like this was Avalanche Caller from Kaldheim that turned your snowlands into 3/3s, right? It was super, super good. It was like an 8. But it was also like a 1/3. I think it only costs 2 mana to activate.
Yeah, but you can only do it on your turn also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't like that it's just a little baby 1/1.
I don't know. I mean, you're never blocking
okay.
with, even if it's a 1/3, you're not
risking
it.
Yeah.
I think
not risking it
keeps it in check for sure.
I like it. I mean, it's built around. You got to have non-creature artifacts, but
yeah,
I like it.
All right. Next, we have Audacity. 1 green for an enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and has trample. When Audacity is put into graveyard, draw a card. I'm sure trample is going to matter here, and so I'll give this a 5. We can make a deck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just above you a little bit. I'm at 6 on it. I mean, little mini Raincore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a 6 too.
Okay. Even if it gets countered too, you get to draw the card, which is nice.
No, you don't.
They kill the
no,
creature.
you don't.
No, it's from the battlefield.
No, if you get the creature that you're enchanting, though, doesn't it go to the battlefield and enchant it?
Oh, if the creature dies in response.
Yeah, the
maybe.
creature dies in response. It has a little protection for itself, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, I thought you said countered. Like,
Oh yeah, I did say counter.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I meant
Yeah.
like they destroy the creature.
yeah, you do get a draw card if the creature dies in response.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
it goes to the battlefield and
Yeah,
then
it
it
goes to the
targets.
battlefield. It has
Is that
nothing to
how
do-
auras work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Someone will correct us if we're wrong.
Yep. Let us know.
Put in the comments.
Blanchard armor, 2 colorless and a green for an enchantment or an enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each force you control. It's pretty easy. +4/+4, +5/+5 in a lot of decks. It still has an aura. It still has the flaws and weaknesses of an aura. I think this is a 5.
I might even have this at a 4.
Yeah, it
It's
might
probably a
be.
5 though.
I'm just
but
putting
I
some
don't know.
respect on its name. You know,
I
what I'm
know.
saying?
There have been formats where this card has made me shit my pants for sure. Seeing it come down, I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, this thing just ends games like right on the spot sometimes. It's really strong. It's a 5, probably verging on a 6. And if you get the mono green deck, I mean, my gosh, the power goes real high on this guy.
Thank God for 1 mana unsummons that can hit.
Oh my
anything.
gosh. This thing is just, I mean, you constantly see this thing giving 5 +5/+5 or 6 or something like that. Insane. But anyway, it's 5.
Next up, we have Bushwhack.
Ooh.
1 green mana for a sorcery. Choose 1. Search your library for a basic land card. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Or target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. I love this card. It's so versatile, and it gets me a land. I'd give this like an 8. I'm super wrong. It's probably like a 7, but I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, it's
Just off my feelings.
It's a 6. I'm pretty sure it's mostly there just for fighting, but it's kind of cool if you're really kind of stuck on something or you're trying to stretch it out for some different colors. It's kind of nice to get some little value on that too. But it's a 6. It's so versatile. You're gonna put this in your deck every time.
Yeah, I'll go 7 just because I would hands down take this over the +1/+2 for 2.
Oh,
sorcery.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So for me, since we put that at a 6, I'll give this a 7.
Yeah, fair. All right, now we have Falali. Oh man,
Falaji, maybe?
Falaji? Yeah,
Falahi.
Falahi.
I
Falahi
don't know.
Excavation. It's 3 colorless, double green for a sorcery. Create 3 tapped power stone tokens, gain 3 life. Woo! You'll be casting 10/10s with this thing. That's if you want to get to that little Emrakul, baby Emrakul or whatever. Oh my goodness. That's a lot. That seems almost too much for this. That feels a little overcosted for what it really is. I'll give it a 5.
I think if you have, the deck that needs this, if Power Stone tokens work like lands for you a lot of the time, because you have a lot of artifact creatures and stuff, I think this card could be really good. And making that jump from 5 mana to 8 mana or 6 mana to 9 mana, that's a huge jump that allows you to cast almost anything in your deck. I think you can play this, but you do have to play it cautiously because you will need to basically base your entire deck that you're going to ramp and try to play big stuff later. So I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, I have it at a 6 too.
I think you're happy to have one of these in your deck. I don't think you want to put 2.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the 3 life is kind of a nice little touch too.
Yeah.
What does worry me about this card is how bad Slimefoot Survey was in Dominaria. Like, ramping from, but it's a different set. It's a different set. We didn't have 10 mana 10.
Yeah, you didn't have to go to
10. Yeah.
And Slimefoot Survey still saw play with Tatiova.
It was terrible.
It was very good.
But it was actually good with Tatiova, but that was it.
Next up, we have Gaia's Courser. This is 4 colorless and a green for a creature Centaur Soldier. 4/5.
Yeah.
It has Gaia's in the name. Whenever Gaia's Courser attacks, if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, draw a card. Yep, 7. Super good.
I have this at like 8. This is disgusting.
Absolutely fair of you. You're a fan. You're a fair ruler.
Five.
I think this is gross.
7
5?
for me. This is
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Next up,
Next
we
up.
have. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
That was you.
No, no, it's your turn. It's your turn. I'm tripping.
Next up, we have Obstinate Baloth. 2 colorless, double green for a creature beast. 4/4. When Obstinate Baloth enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. If a spell or an ability an opponent controls causes you to discard Obstinate Baloth, put it into the battlefield instead of putting it into the graveyard. This guy is a 7.
Imagine casting this with that green blue uncommon, or like copying it, or is that a rare? Because it wasn't a
That's
beast
a
or
rare.
birds.
That's a rare. Yeah. This
It's a
is
rare.
a sick beast to copy.
Yeah. It's a 7.
Yeah, I have a 7 too. It's super good. Next up, we have Sarenth Steel Seeker, which is 1 and a green for a 1/2 human artificer scout. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may reveal it, put it into your hand. If you don't put that card into your hand, you may put it into the graveyard. This is a pretty sick artifact payoff. I'd probably give this like a 7. I'm a fan.
It's got a lot of creature types, got a lot of stuff.
It does, yeah.
It seems
It's
pretty
it's only a 7 because it's a scout.
yeah,
And
this
that's
seems
not
pretty
really
good.
relevant.
I'm not. I'll put it at a 6, but this is always making the deck.
Yeah, I'm a 6 on it. I think it's good, but not quite a 7.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Cradle Clear Cutter. This is 6 mana for an artifact creature golem. It's a 3/6 with prototype, and you can prototype for 2 colorless and a green. It's a 1/3, and you can tap it to add green mana equal to its power. So if you paid 6, it ramps you up to 9. If you paid 3, it ramps you for 1. I think this is solid. It's a 6.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's a-
have a
It's a 5. I'm sorry. I changed my mind. That was a fast change. 1/3 for 3 that ramps for 1. No, thanks. It's a 5.
I have it at 6. It turns your giant growths into dark rituals.
Yeah, dude.
It's sick. It's sick.
Yeah, this is
I'm
way
okay.
nuts. Yeah, it's just 6. It's definitely it's better than even making 3 power stones. This guy's gonna get you to 10 and just win you the game itself too. It's pretty good.
It's just such a fragile way to make 3 power stones. Because it's just gonna die if it's that important to you.
I mean, they all die, right? Like,
Not power stones. Who's killing power stones?
I don't know, man.
Whoever gets that rare black white
pulse.
card
Yeah.
that just destroys all your power stones,
Yeah.
makes you cry.
I don't know. Someone's stuck on 6 and they play this. I'm killing it instantly.
All
But I
right,
guess that
next.
makes it good. Sorry.
No, you're good. We got way out of order.
Yeah. My
Next up, we have Haywire Might, which is 1 mana for a 1/1 artifact creature insect. Whenever it dies, you gain 2 life. You can pay 1 green, sacrifice it, exile target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. I don't think this is actually good. I have this at like a 4. The fact that it only kills like non-creature artifacts kind of knocks it way down for me.
Wow. This is pretty good. I've got it at a 5 at least. I mean, I'm not cutting this for my deck. I'm putting it in if I'm playing any kind of forest. This is good.
I think it's a 5. Yeah. I mean, the off chance it can get you. I mean, I don't think it's an off chance. It has a pretty decent shot of being able to
Yeah.
exile something.
Yeah.
And I mean, a 1/1 that gains you 2 life is fine.
There are
It's
so
fine.
many
It might be-
playable
it might be a 5.
white. Yeah, it's probably actually even higher actually for me now. I'm thinking about it. There's so many good O-rings in this set or like lockdown things in this set. This guy just kind of punches through those, which is really nice, and you gain a little life along
I
the
like
way.
how you can sacrifice it at instant speed, so you can do some cute little chump blocks with it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
It might
right
be
when
a
you
5.
play it. And right when you play it, right?
yeah. It's
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
You can get it right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm up to a 5.
Okay.
You guys
Good,
convinced
good
me.
deal.
All right, next we have Iron Crawl Crusher. It's a 7 mana for an artifact creature worm that's a 4/6, but it also has prototype. And its prototype cost is 2 colorless, 2 green for a 2/5. And then so its other text is whenever Iron Crawl Crusher attacks, target attacking creature gets +X until the end of turn, where X is Iron Crawl Crusher's power. I'm not a big fan of these attacking with other things, and it's already kind of weak on even both of its sides there. I don't know. I'm at a 4 on this.
You're tripping.
Is it good?
I mean, it's a 4/5 for 4. Like, it can give it to itself. I think that's good. It looks like Onyx. It's like the Magic version of Onyx, so I like that. The Pokemon Onyx. I like it. I think it's a 6, maybe a 7. Like a 4/5 for 4, I'm playing all day without hesitation.
It's got to be attacking with it though, and it doesn't have any evasion either.
It's
That's
a
true.
2/5, which is like a form of evasion, right? Like
I guess.
a 2/5. This is like the rare one that I've seen where, like, I think the prototype is actually way better than the actual 7 mana version of it.
That may be true, actually.
I'm at like a 6 on it. It's
This
like
is
a
what
solid,
you
it's a
in your-
solid 4-drop. Like,
Bump me up to a 5 on this. I'll play it.
in your blue Flyers like Power Stone deck. It would be kind of sick, right?
nah, I want
Give your
nothing but
flyer
10/10s.
+4/+0. I respect that. 10/10s are good.
Or
All right, next up we have Mask of the Jade Crafter. This is 2 colorless for an artifact. You can pay X, tap it, sack it, create an XX Golem artifact creature token, activate only as a sorcery. And it has Unearth for 2 and a green, so you can make 2 XXs in one body. I think I like it. I don't know why I like it. I just like it. I mean, XX for X, I like them. This costs 2 more. You can use your stuff. You can use your Power Stones on it, obviously. I'm not in love with it, but I'm going to give it a 6.
a 6. I just love it too. Like the fact that it unearths is so cute. That's
Yeah.
adorable. Yeah, I love it. I'm a huge fan.
I just don't
Does
know.
it have haste? Artifacts are always.
Yeah, it has
okay,
haste.
Yeah. Like the creature itself doesn't, but
Right.
It's so cute that they
actually
put
no,
unearth
it
as
doesn't. You can only
artifacts.
activate this as a sorcery.
Oh, well, yeah, but it still has haste, though.
Yeah. Like it's not a creature.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm all right
huge
with this. I kind of think it's kind of cute that it has Unearth as just a regular artifact, and it's kind of cool to cash it in kind of early game to stem the bleeding, and then you cash it in on 3, make a 3/3, and then you cash it in later to win the game. It's pretty solid. I think it's just going to be scary. It's all any 2 creatures for 1 card is always pretty good. So it's 6.
Yeah, I think I always hold on to my X creatures for like way too long, and this is like I can just play it on 2, make it 3/3 on 3, then unearth it later when it's big. And that is
Yeah. After you have 13 Power Stone tokens.
yeah.
like it's gonna be so sick. Yeah. I love it. Next up, we have Awaken the Woods, which is X double green for a sorcery. Create X 1/1 green forest dryad land creature tokens. Yeah, you heard it from me. This is a 10. This is gonna be foul. Like this will do the dumbest things you'll see in the entire set.
Man, I just don't know how much mana you're gonna really have that aren't Power Stone manas though. It's really good just to make an army. Army in a can cards are always traditionally pretty good, and this is kind of interesting because it ramps you too. In like a weird way. I think it's like you're never cutting this card, you're always playing it 8.
Yeah, this is we're on to our rares mythics. This is our first one. This is a mythic. I think it's like a 9.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Ooh. Next up, we have a Fade from History. 2 colorless, 2 green, sorcery. Each player who controls an artifact or enchantment creates a 2/2 green bear token, creature token. Then destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Yep, this is 10. It's the Green Wrath of God.
A 10?
It's so good. Like, I feel like I'm never cutting this. Like, I'm always playing this, right? Like, and it's very impactful on the board.
10?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Like,
It's
are you ever
impactful on the board because you're giving your opponents 2/2 bears.
I mean,
Like a
2/2
2/2
bear?
I'll give you this. Its ceiling is maybe a 10.
I think so.
Its
In certain
floor
matchups,
is
yeah.
literal 0. Like against the soldiers thing, it does nothing.
I guess. I mean, there's a lot of most of the soldier tokens, aren't they artifact creatures though?
Some of them are,
that is
yeah.
true, yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
I mean, I
if
think
you
all
get
the
two-
tokens are,
But if you
still.
get
This is gonna-
2 soldier tokens
and they get a 2/2.
and then get a 2/2 bear,
I don't know.
like
I think the ceiling's pretty high on this. Like, I don't know where the ceiling ends with this. They waste all their turns making Power Stone, you just blow them out before
Yeah,
they get the 10 cost payoff, and you're just sitting there like with the 10 drop in your hand, looking.
I'll concede the ceiling's a 10. Like
Yeah.
I'll say that the time that one person casts this and it's amazing, that will be a 10.
Oh yeah.
But most of the time it's not a 10.
Like, how many cards are you getting with this to make it good? Like,
how bad is your deck that you aren't destroying your shit too, though? That's my biggest qualm with it. Like, if your deck has 0 artifacts or enchantments, like it's probably pretty bad. Like,
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
sounds
not.
right.
I mean, you can kind of hold them if you have this too.
yeah, but like,
It's like a 6 for it's like a 7. It's like a 7 for me. There are some decks where it's going to be pretty bad against, but I think it's still a 7. It's
I
worth
have
the
this at-
risk.
I have this at like a 5.
Wow.
I'll take like single target removal over this.
I mean, like this has the same drawbacks like Disenchant has, right?
Yeah, if
No.
you're rating a
No,
disenchant card,
it does not have the same
Yes.
drawbacks that Disenchant has. Because Disenchant is not a symmetrical artifact and enchantment board wipe.
it's still some. I mean, you're just gonna bump 2/2s off each other, right?
Yeah, but like, what if you made a Power Stone token? You're just gonna waste it?
Man, you just love Power Stones too much. Can't waste those things.
I don't know.
Roby,
Oh,
Roby Thanos.
Oh man, we gotta have them all, I guess. Damn. Maybe he just doesn't
Uh,
like this card because it's literally gonna destroy all the Power Stones he makes in a game.
Yeah.
he's
No,
gonna be
I'll have
good
2/2
cards.
bears.
The ceiling on this
Listen-
card is nuts, but I just think there'll be some matchups where it's literally nothing. So
It does have my favorite art. of
Like,
any card in
what
this
kind of
set.
deck is not gonna have an art? Anyways, whatever. Let's go on.
All right, next up we have Fauna Shaman. This is a colorless and a green for an elf shaman. It's a 2/2. You pay a green, tap it, discard a creature card, search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it in your hand. Discard something to get whatever you need. This is gonna fuel your graveyard for the like creatures matter in your graveyard decks. You do have to discard a creature card to activate its ability. With that being said, I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna give it an 8.
I have this at a 6. I love it.
I don't know. I got it at an 8. I mean, this is never getting cut. You're always playing it, and it's just so good to just start sifting through if you have some really weaker guys to go to get those big prototype dudes late in game.
Next up, we have Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia. 2 and a green for a 2/3 legendary elf druid scout. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells or activate abilities of creatures of a creature or creature card. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on Gwenna and untap it. This is cute. I'll give it like a 7, maybe an 8. It's cute.
I'll give it a 7. It's good.
Yep, I'm with it. It's a 7. It would be kind of cute if you chain off with it.
Yeah, it can pop off, right?
Yeah.
Next, we have Teething Wormlet, 1 green for a 1/1 worm creature. Teething Wormlet has Death Touch as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. And if this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn, put a 1/1 counter on Teething Wormlet. This has got to be pretty scary just on turn 1. I don't know what it does beyond that, but seems all right. Just having Death Touch as well. It seems pretty solid. I'll put it at a 5.
Yeah, I'm a little bit higher. I'm obviously in the build around camp. Like, you want to play this when you have artifacts. I do think it does become significantly better. I have it at a 7.
I'm right in the middle. I have it at a 6. I like it. I'm gonna play it.
Next up, we have Titania's Command. This is 4 colorless, double green for a sorcery. Choose 2. Exile target player's graveyard. You gain 1 life for each card exiled this way. Search your library for up to 2 land cards. Put them on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Create 2/2/2s, green barrier creature tokens, and put 2 1/1 counters on each creature you control. It's got a lot of stuff on it. It's very situational. I think a floor of having 2 4/4s for 6 is very good. I'm at an 8.
Yeah, I have it at 8. It just has a lot of stuff. A lot of good things.
Yeah, easy 8.
Next up, we have Perennial Behemoth, which is 5 colorless mana for a 2/7 artifact creature beast. Gets copied from the Beast Lord. You may play lands from your graveyard, and you can also unearth it for 2. This is cute. I like it. It's a 2/7. It's literally unkillable. I have it at like a 7. It's a good mill payoff.
I probably got it more at like a 5. I mean, it's just a 2/7. The lands, I don't know how. I mean, if you're in the mill deck because it has unearth, I guess that's pretty good. It gives you a little bit of extra value there.
Yeah, I'm at a 6. I think it's decent.
All right, next we have Rootwire Amalgam. It's 5 colorless for a 5/5 golem artifact creature. Or you can prototype it for 1 colorless and a green. It becomes a 2/3 for 5 mana. That's 3 colorless and double green. You can sacrifice Rootwire Amalgam to create an XX colorless golem artifact creature token, where X is 3 times Rootwire's Amalgam's power. It gains haste until the end of turn. Activate this ability only as a sorcery. This is pretty good. It's an 8.
Ugh, this card is disgusting.
Yeah.
If you have a couple power stones laying around and they just come at you with a 15/15 haste from their hand, that's gross. I think I'm going to start off with a 9, but just being optimistic.
I have it at an 8. It's mega cute. like imagine a giant growthing this and then sacrificing it.
Yeah.
It's so
Oh,
stupid.
And also
So
giving it
unbelievable.
trample.
Giving it a trample too, yes.
Yeah, jeez.
Profoundly dumb.
Yeah, the feeling is incredible in this deck. I mean,
Yeah.
The fact it doesn't have trample is what's killing it for me. That's why it's at an 8 for me. But
Someone just board wiped and you
good.
top this with 10 mana and just going for 15. Oh my god. There's a fling too, by the way.
Yeah.
Is there?
It costs 4, but there's a fling.
Oh man.
So be on the lookout for the mythic with the fling combo. It's gonna get someone. Next up, we have Simian Simulacrum. This is 3 colorless for an artifact creature ape. It's a 2/1, and when he enters the battlefield, put 2 1/1 counters on target creature you control. Has unearth for 4, 2 colorless and double green. I think this card's super good. 2/1 that puts 2 1/1 counters on something and comes back and does it again. And he's dabbing on you, so keep that in mind. Don't get dabbed on. I have him at an 8.
I have it at a 7. I don't appreciate the ape creature type.
I have it at a 7. It's just solid. You're just never cutting this. It's too easy to play.
It's you, Andrew.
Oh, next up we
You
have
got cut off.
Titania, voice of Gaia.
You're good, man.
One colorless, double green for a legendary creature elemental has reach. Whenever one or more land cards are put into a graveyard from anywhere, you gain 2 life. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 4 or more lands in your graveyard and you own both Titania, Voice of Gaia, and a land named Argotha Sanctum of Nature, exile both of them, meld them into Titania Incarnate. Just based on its stats alone, I mean, this is already punching above its weight as a 3/4 for 3. Yeah, this is good. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, 7's solid. I mean, in those mill decks, it's going to be pretty good when you gain a couple life when you're milling stuff.
I have it at 6. It's just a decent creature with no text, but
That's reach. What are you talking about?
Reach
is a good text. Reach is good text. I still have it at 6 though.
All right, that's green. Catch you guys on the next one. You guys not gonna say bye? Wow.
Bye.
Goodbye. Hell yeah.